To the extent we can partner better with our doctors, we will be healthier. Our doctors will be able to treat us better if we are able to give them better information, give them more options, and work together with them. Yes.
Andrew, as we move on to cranberry, and this is another wonderful customer favorite.
Actually, I didn't do that on purpose, but this is great for men and women. But women were aware of the role that cranberry could play long before men were. And men, of course, now, men, we're all living older, and men, we have issues with our prostate, which also makes us more aware of our urinary tract, bladder, and things like that. So men also now have a great appreciation for the incredible power of the cranberry. And unfortunately, as powerful as cranberries are, if you try eating them without dousing them with sugar,
right,
they're probably the most tart, bitter fruit you would ever imagine eating, which is why, we have a bottle of cranberry juice here. Typical of any cranberry juice is, I think, a cup is 140 calories.
Wow.
I think it's about the same amount of calories as whole milk. The only difference with cranberry juice is that it's all sugar. The only way they make that palatable, and it is delicious, is by just loading it up with sugar. And frankly, for the health of our urinary tract, bladder, kidneys, for health of the way we manage blood sugar in our body, the last thing we want to do is be consuming a few glasses a day of that and consuming literally 100 to 200 grams of sugar. It's not in the best interest of our bladder, kidneys, and urinary tract, nor in our body weight, nor in virtually any system in our body.
But the root of this, the cranberry, is very good for you, so this is a wonderful way to do it. Andrew, it leads me to quality assurance and control. How difficult a task is that for you to achieve your high standards?
Well, because of the investment we've made, it's not difficult for us. It's not a problem for a lot of other companies because I don't think they care. The cranberry that we use is a very specific standardization, meaning it's not dried cranberry. It's very specifically standardized for the beneficial ingredients. And we don't just take the word of our supplier for that. We make sure we assay and test the materials after they get here. That goes for all the materials. So for us, it just goes without saying that we do this because we want to ensure that the product is going to work. And if the product's going to work, it has to deliver the ingredients that the science talks about and do it at an appropriate level. And that hard work that we do, that we just take for granted that we do, is the reason why I think this product is maybe even more than 4.5 stars. I think it's an incredibly highly rated product. Again, we've continued to concentrate our cranberry extract over the years. So I don't know what the reviews are on the screen. Oh, it's 4.8 stars.
Wow.
Which 4.8 stars means it's basically, I bet, 98% positive reviews.
Right.
I'm astounded, maybe the bad reviews that the product didn't get there on time or something like that, because I couldn't imagine making a better cranberry product than this. And our urinary tract, bladder, kidneys, these are something just like our digestive system. We live with them every day of our life, and most days are fine, but every once in a while, they don't quite perform as we would like them to perform. And what's fascinating about cranberry was always something, when I first started in this industry, that was recommended to be supplemented for the health of our urinary tract, bladder, kidneys. And they knew and had observed that it worked, but they hadn't really identified how and why. What I always say is, in science, when you observe something, that's step one. You know you have something good on your hands if you observe it. But you really haven't completed the equation. You really haven't completed what I consider the scientific proof until you've identified the specific mechanism by which cranberry or any ingredient works. And that's actually what they've done with cranberry. So what's nice about this, well, you have the benefit of the reviews, but you could actually go to the National Institute of Health website. You can go to any scientific website and you type in cranberry, and you're just going to see a whole line where they do the autofill on any kind of a search now on the internet.
Yeah.
You'll just see a whole line of results that are all tied to bladder, kidneys, urinary tract, urinary function, that I would imagine at the National Institute of Health website, there's probably thousands of published studies that pertain to cranberry and the health of the urinary tract.
And I would encourage you, while Andrew's sharing a lot of this powerful information, grab your laptop or your tablet and go to the Andrew Lessman store on hsn.com and read some of the reviews for yourself. I mean, there are cumulatively tens of thousands of reviews. But when you start to realize and understand the benefits that people are feeling and experiencing because, for example, they're taking the cranberry product, you will be astonished. Even the color of it, Andrew, it's a beautiful color.
And as you can see, it's really the cranberry fruit, not just the skin. It's the fruit acids, which are part of the standardization. But if you look there, once it's outside of the capsule, you really see the pretty pink color. And another thing, a lot of cranberry products you'll see on the market are these large tablets.
Yes.
Why would you want to imprison that wonderful, beautiful, standardized extract of cranberry in a tablet with binders and fillers and coatings that might restrict its availability or its absorption? This is exactly how you want to deliver it to your body, so it's going to benefit you. There's no taste because it's in that little capsule. Within a matter of moments, that capsule is gone, and that fine powder, and because that fine powder is so fine, it's virtually instantly soluble. And that's another thing. If something doesn't dissolve, if it doesn't go into solution, it's not going to be able to be absorbed, and it's not going to be able to benefit you. Remember, the digestive system is a separate system from the urinary tract. So what basically has to happen, you have to be able to absorb the beneficial compounds in cranberry. They get into your bloodstream, and as your body slowly and gradually clears them, how does it do that? It clears them using the kidneys, and then they end up in the bladder and they go through the urinary tract. So this product will benefit you if it gets delivered appropriately, as we do, so it's absorbed from the digestive system and then is delivered to the urinary tract. That's how it works.
Let's go over this.
Okay.
We're going to go to calcium, magnesium,